What's going on, everyone? 2 weeks ago, I made a video talking about how terrible Nebraska is and how this was a real opportunity for them to start the season and come out and show. We got all these big name transfers. We got these players that came from big prestige colleges. This is our year. This is our moment. We're supposed to be coming out and dominating, and they got spanked, and we're absolutely terrible. Well, guess what? Nebraska went and did it again. Nebraska got beat by Georgia Southern. And big shout outs to Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern has started the season 2-0, and they look great against Nebraska. The problem is Nebraska can't stop anybody, and they just keep getting pushed around. It's too easy. You score 42 points and you force 2 turnovers, you usually win those games. And they lost. That's crazy to me. That Nebraska just keeps, like, they're not losing to teams that, okay, I could see them, I could see that, okay. Or, okay, that was just a bad game. That was rough. That didn't work out the way that you want it to. No, they're getting pummeled. They're getting pushed around by teams that are smaller, that aren't as skilled, that don't have the talent that they have. They went and got, like I said earlier, all of these transfers. They got all of these players. Thompson can't throw the ball. He has no pocket presence. He has no control and demand over what he's doing. It's just a mess for Nebraska. Coaching's terrible. They don't seem to really have game plan. They put up a bunch of points. That's great. But you got outscored. Put up 42 points and got outscored. It's crazy. Nebraska, this was a team that should have, this is a game that they should have won. Just like 2 weeks ago when I said that they should have won that game. Same thing here. You can't win at home. You can't beat these random teams at home. These are games that they should be winning. And this was a real season for them to come in, establish themselves. There's a lot of questions, with Wisconsin and stuff like that. Wisconsin just lost, right? Today was a weird day, period, for teams. But nonetheless, Nebraska, just because other teams are losing doesn't mean you should be. You should be putting yourself in a position okay, Wisconsin lost, we got the same record now as them. But no, now you don't. Now you're worse than they are. It's just, it's a mess for Nebraska. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't see it getting fixed this year. And I said that 2 weeks ago, they're going to lose more games. It's not going to change. They can't beat teams that they should be beating. They can't get the job done. And Nebraska's they just can't stop anybody. And that's the problem. That was the issue with 2 weeks ago. It was just every time you needed a big stop or a big play or a big moment or, anything, they just can't generate that, and it's Casey Thompson, he comes in and he's mediocre. Yeah, he threw for 300 yards. He was 22 of 33, but there's no control. There's no demand when he has the ball, when he's in the pocket. You see some of these quarterbacks, right? Great example, Alabama earlier today, right? Young. When he has the ball, you can see and feel his demand. You can feel that confidence in the pocket. You can feel that he's got control of the situation. You don't feel that with Casey Thompson. You don't. You watch him play and you're just cringing at every moment because he's about to throw an interception or he's about to do something stupid. And it's that was the problem with Northwestern. They played Northwestern and they got just bullied. Absolutely bullied. And the same thing happened today with Georgia Southern. They just got bullied. And you put up a bunch of points. It looks good, but you couldn't stop anybody. This was a game that you win. You forced 2 turnovers. Not only do you force 2 turnovers, but on top of forcing 2 turnovers, you score 42 points and you still can't win the game. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know. This team just isn't very good. They're just not. They're just not very good. And as much as I thought Nebraska would be a solid team this year, I thought Nebraska would come out. I thought that they would, really establish themselves. They got 22 transfers or something like that off the top of my head. So it's they got, and I understand, they got the coach, they got the new transfers. You're trying to figure out your identity. You're trying to put these pieces together, this, that, and the other. I get that. But they have too much talent to lose to these teams. If they played Wisconsin lost to Wisconsin, or played, BYU or something like that, just because I have the BYU game on. So that was the first thing that was on my head. Like, you probably could see the reflection in my glasses. But like if they were playing somebody like that, right? You lose. Okay. I can understand that. It's not that they lose. Like, I don't have a problem with them losing. It's the manner in which they're losing. They're not, it's not like, oh, these were tough games. You had this back and forth. I mean, this Georgia Southern game was, but it shouldn't have been. You're losing to teams that you should be easily beating, and then worrying about the teams that, that are questionable. And that's my problem. That's what I keep seeing with this Nebraska team. They're what, 1-2 now? And it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. They just continue to just disappoint. Like, the coach just doesn't seem to have this team very organized and together. Casey seemed great in moments, but like, again, you feel and see that presence. There's guys that you see in college that no matter what is going on, they just have that poise. They just have that confidence. You feel like they're going to get it. They're going to get this done. I don't feel that when I'm watching Nebraska play. I feel like they are a next play away from a turnover or just a bad sequence or whatever. And it was just, and look, it was one of those games like nobody could stop anybody, and the last team that got the ball ended up winning. But still, and it's like, and then Nebraska, I haven't even talked about the missed field goal. That's how bad this game, that's how bad it was, right? And then on top of that, you have a moment to tie the game, and you botch it, you miss it. It's just, I don't know what the answer is when it comes to this team. I don't know how they're going to lose more games. Just like I said 2 weeks ago. I had people in the comments that, were trying to defend it and trying to say this, that, and the other. What's the defense now? What changed that? It's the same thing. Like, and it's not that I'm not a fan of Nebraska. I could care less. I have no bias towards them at all. If they're great, great. If they're bad, great. I don't care. But this year there was so much talk about Nebraska, so much hype about Nebraska. They got these transfers. They got this, that, and the other. This team is going to be so good. This is the year of Nebraska. And they came in and they've been terrible. They've been awful. And that's the problem. It's like they can't stop anybody. They get bullied and pushed around. They're losing to teams that they shouldn't be losing to. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't know what the answer is for Nebraska. I don't know how they fix this and solve this problem. I don't think they can. Like, seriously, I don't think there's a solution to this. But anyway, those are my thoughts and opinions. And as always, I pass the question on to you. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. What do you think of this whole Nebraska thing? Like, what do you have any answers? Do you think there's anything, like any adjustments they could make to maybe improve or get better? I just think they are who they are. I think we see their identity. We know. I don't see them just magically changing overnight. I don't see it changing. I just don't. I think they're going to lose more games. I think they're going to just continue to be terrible. They'll win some games too, but this isn't the start to the season that everybody thought it was. This isn't the start to the season that we all had hoped it was, for Nebraska fans. It wasn't. You can't, there's no way you could tell me like, oh, this is what I was hoping for. I knew this was going to happen. Like, no, this was a disaster. But anyway, again, however you feel about it, whatever you think, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know however you feel, again, down in the comment section below. And also, like, what did you think of the missed field goal? Like, I completely spaced my mind to, like, the back half of this video. But it's just because I just can't wrap my head around how bad Nebraska has been. At this point, the season, it's chalked up. You're just playing to get some positives now. Like, you're not getting a bowl game. You're not, you're definitely not making it you're not being ranked, anything like that. Like, your season's basically over. Now it's just trying to find bright spots and positives and, starting to grow in a positive direction for maybe next season or the following season. I don't know what the answer is for this team. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. Like, they're just not good. They're just not a good football team. And they were just so hyped and had so much promise. And it really did look like, okay, like you look at you just look at what's going on in college football right now. You look at the conferences and stuff, and you're just like Nebraska's in a very good position. And they just dump trucked it, But again, let me know down in the comment section below. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.